Hi folks, I'm Mayor Mike Savage, Gwe. I'm pleased to be coming to you from Jubuktuk in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This marks the inaugural year that Halifax Regional Municipality is recognizing November as Indigenous Disability Awareness Month. On October 31st at City Hall, we'll be hosting a flag raising at Grand Parade. In 2015, British Columbia Aboriginal Network on Disability Society founded Indigenous Disability Awareness Month in order to create awareness and understanding about the barriers Indigenous people with disabilities face every day and the importance of an Indigenous disabilities lens in our municipal work. This work is relevant at a local scale as 1 in 5 Nova Scotians over the age of 15 identify as having a disability, while Indigenous peoples in Canada experience higher disability rate than that of the general population. In 2017, 32% of First Nations people living off reserve, 30% of Métis, 19% of Inuit have one or more disabilities that can impact them in their daily activities. Indigenous Disability Awareness Month provides opportunities to create awareness and implement actions to support Indigenous communities and organizations that create culturally appropriate services and resources for Indigenous persons with disabilities in HRM. So I'm going to read our proclamation. Proclamation for Indigenous Disability Awareness Month, November 1st to 30, 2022. Whereas the City of Halifax, Jubuktuk is committed to the ideal of an inclusive society based on respect and understanding, where Indigenous First Nation, Inuit, Métis peoples living with disabilities and the significant contributions they provide are celebrated and valued. And whereas local Indigenous organizations and communities in Nova Scotia are working to advance the social, cultural, spiritual, civil, and political rights of Indigenous people with disabilities, and to provide cultural-based services and supports in the community. Whereas the Wabanaki Council on Disability and Mawitimak Society are regional Indigenous disability organizations working and advocating for positive change within Canada's disability sector. And whereas Indigenous peoples across Canada experience a disability rate higher than Canada's non-Indigenous population, and often face unique barriers and discrimination that impact their ability to fully participate in the social and economic opportunities available within our city and our province. And whereas the City of Halifax, Jubuktuk is committed to realizing the principle of full and effective participation and inclusion in society, as well as equality of opportunity outlined in the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities and the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Therefore be it resolved that I, Mayor Mike Savage, on behalf of Regional Council, do hereby recognize November as Indigenous Disability Awareness Month in the City of Halifax. Dated at Halifax, Nova Scotia, the 31st day of October 2022. Walawan, Walaliuk.